is culture, fashion, and craft.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, you are welcome. My name is OT. I create content on sewing tutorials and turban cap. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing us on how to make body pleated turban cap with 2 rows to be attached to the front. It is very beautiful and very easy to make. I'll be using this fabric for today's tutorial. The name of the fabric is taffeta. It is called baled taffeta. This is a sample fabric and it is stretching, as you can see. Baled taffeta. The measurements that I have is my head circumference 23 inches by 25 inches. I'll be working with this, but I just quickly want to explain to us what I've done. We are going to fold in, this is the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to fold in ½ an inch first of all. After that, I'm going to fold in 1 inch. Then you pin it down. First of all, you will fold in ½ an inch. Then you will also fold in 1 inch. Then you pin it down. That is what I've done on this fabric. I fold in ½ an inch, then I fold another 1 inch, then I pin it down. I've not sewn it, I just pin it down. As you can see, I pin it down. So after that, I measured from this edge, folded edge, I measured 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch through to the end of the cap. I moved to the other edge. I measured 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch through to the end of the cap. Then with my straight ruler, I connected into a straight line. I connect the mark into a straight line. That's how I achieve these lines that you are seeing. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to first of all take to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew this folded edge. I'm going to sew a straight stitch. After that, I'm going to start sewing on the mark that I made. I'm going to pinch it and I'm going to sew 1/4 an inch straight down. I'm going to move to the next line. I'm going to pinch on the mark. I'm going to fold it like so and sew 1/4 an inch straight down. I've made this tutorial before about 2 to 3 times. I've made this tutorial before. If you have been watching my videos, you will be familiar with this method. So let's move to the sewing machine. As you can see, I folded ½ an inch first, then I fold it over with 1 inch. So I'm going to sew a straight stitch. I've sewn it as you can see. So I'm going to pinch on this first line like so. Then I'm going to sew 1/4 of an inch straight down. I've sewn it as you can see. I've sewn it as you can see. This is the wrong side. This is the right side. So the next thing to do, I'm going to fold it into 2. I'm going to fold it into 2. Then I'm going to take to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew 1/2 inch straight down and curve it the normal way we normally curve our turban cap. I've sewn it as you can see. So I've sewn it as you can see. With my shear scissors, I'm going to trim out the excess fabric. After that, with my needle and thread, I'm going to sew loose stitches round at the back, the normal way we normally sew loose stitches at the back of our cap. I'm going to sew loose stitches round. I'm going to sew it backward to secure the loose stitches. My base is ready. See the cap on me. This is the base. You can even rock it like this without any design. It's still looking beautiful. But I'm going to beautify it further by adding a rose design to the front. So let's design it. For the rose design, I have 2 long strips because I'm making 2 rows to be attached to the front of the turban cap, and I'm going to infuse the rose with crinoline to make it stand firm on my head. So this is absolutely optional. You can make this process without adding the crinoline to it, but I want to make it stand firm. The one you saw on my thumbnail, I added crinoline to it. That is why it stands firm. So the measurement that I have is 60 inches in length by 3.5 inches. 60 inches in length by 3.5 inches, and I have the same measurement on this other piece as well. So the next thing I'm going to do, this is the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to place the crinoline at the middle. The next thing I'm going to do, as you can see, the crinoline is inside the fabric, so I'll cover it like so. Then I'm going to take to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew the tip of the crinoline. I'm going to sew it together. It will join with the fabric. I'm going to sew it at the tip straight down. I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other piece as well. So let me quickly do that and show us the next step to take. I've pinned it down, as you can see. Make sure that you pin yours down before you sew it. So I'm going to sew at the edge, pin at the edge of the crinoline, so the pin will guide me to know where to sew. I've sewn it, as you can see, and I've trimmed out the excess fabric. So the next thing to do, with my needle and thread, I'm going to sew loose stitches to form the rose. When I sew up to like 10 inches, I'm going to pull it like so. Then I'm going to lock the stitch. Then I will continue sewing loose stitches. When I sew up to like 10 inches or 12 inches, I'm going to pull and lock the stitch. Before you lock the stitch, make sure that you arrange it. I've sewn my rose, as you can see, so I'm going to place it at the middle of my cap. I'm going to place the two like so. I'm going to arrange it properly. I'm going to tack it down with my needle and thread. I'm going to tack it down. going to be like so. So I'm going to tack it down like this. Then I'll show us the final look. This is the final outcome of today's tutorial, guys. As you can see, it is very easy to make. This is the back view. Follow me on Instagram at Otis Culture and share your work with me. I would really love to see your work. We've come to an end. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and also click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload new video, you'll be notified. I'm going to be uploading beautiful turban caps. I'm ready for you guys, turban lovers. Until I come your way next, guys, please stay safe and remain blessed. Bye.